If you're struggling with FC25 and you need some help learning some gameplay tips, today I have got 10 for you that will help your game massively. What's the most important thing in FC25? Coins, right? And that's where lootbar.gg comes in, the cheapest place to buy your FC25 coins, but also the most reliable and the safest. They're also 8 to 10% cheaper than other platforms, and you also get 5% extra coins with every order. And if you don't just believe me, many well-known creators are using Lootbar for their coins. And many users usually stay with Lootbar, as you can see from these absolutely brilliant reviews. Lootbar also do offer a really fast delivery service which gets you your coins in 30 minutes. It is so simple to buy coins. All you need to do is click on what you want and then enter code VIPER at checkout to get 8% off your order. Now the first tip I've got for you guys is make sure you learn and get your playstyles down on each and every player. I'm going to go through a few of the playstyles that I think are amazing this year. Finesse Plus is absolutely busted. Power Shot is broken this year as well. Incisive, Pinged and Long Ball Pass are amazing in the passing category. Jockey and Anticipate are the best two in the defending category. Ball Control, there are lots of good ones here this year. Technical, more specifically Technical Plus, is so busted. Rapid, absolutely amazing. First Touch and Trickster, another one that we're talking about later, but Trickster has actually been improved massively this year. In terms of the physical ones, you've got Quick Step, which is arguably one of the most overpowered ones on the game. Relentless, and more specifically Relentless Plus, is very overpowered, especially for another thing that we're going to be talking about later on in today's video. Acrobatics, terrible. Aerial is very good as well. So just make sure you're learning your playstyles and make sure you know what playstyles each one of the players have in your team. Gameplay tip number 2 is going to be player locks. Now, player locks are what the pros use. Player locks are very overpowered, as it gives you more control over the runs and you're not just relying on the AI. All you want to do for a player lock is press in R3 and L3 and then switch off the player that you're controlling, and then you can make a more dynamic run with the player that you have selected. I use this an awful lot, not just to actually find the pass, but also to bait out a pass. So what you'll do in terms of baiting is you'll switch onto another player, you'll put them into a position, and then you'll switch off the player, keep the ball with the person that you player locked onto originally, and just run into space. It often sells the opponent and gives you an awful lot of space to drive into. The third gameplay tip is probably the most important one right now. Step overs have been nerfed into the ground. So now we have got the L1 sprint boost. And of course, you guys know that I wax lyrical about this every single year. This works really well with Rapid Plus or Quick Step Plus, or even the silver versions, and also players that are any variation of lengthy. What the sprint boost does for you is it kind of just gets you up to full speed straight away, instead of having to kind of get there very slowly. With someone like Haaland, for example, low acceleration and very high sprint speed. If you're just trying to run with him, he'll take ages to get to maximum speed. But with the sprint boost, they get maximum speed straight away. And that is so overpowered because you just can't react to it. All of the pros are using this. This is the #1 way to get through defenses really easily. And it is a must learn for you guys. All you need to do is hold L1 as you're kind of going at normal speed, and then release L1 when you're ready to sprint. So holding R2 and you'll get the full sprint burst. It is so broken, and is arguably the most broken thing on FC25 right now, because step overs have been nerfed and because all other variations of sprint boosting has kind of been nerfed this year. This is the #1 way to break through defensive lines. Number 4, guys, is going to be arguably more important than the player lock and also the sprint boost, and that is time finishing. Just go and turn this on. Trust me, learning this is an absolute game changer. It turns like a 50% goal scoring opportunity into like a 75-80% goal scoring opportunity, and then 90% shots turn into 99% shots, and they always go in. You know, they're very good for Travellas, they're very good for finesse shots, they're very good for normal shooting opportunities. And if you learn this, it really does turn your game from being like a good player to an insane player. That's how OP and how important time finishing is, and it has been for years. And if you're not trying to learn this, you're making a big mistake, right? Of course, yeah, it takes some time to get this right. You've got 2 frames where you can actually green it. Of course, you do want to green it to get the power and the accuracy up. This changes your game. As I say, I would say in FC24, this would turn you from a 14 win player to a 16, maybe a rank 2 player, so 18 wins. It is that crucial and that important to get down. As I say, it really can turn shot percentages up from, 50% up to like 80%. So it's really, really valuable, and you should be learning this. Now, number 5 is going to be another new thing in FC25, and that is going to be the Trickster Fake Shot. Now, you can use this with Trickster Silver or Trickster Plus, but trust me, this is insanely overpowered. It's more like a more effective heel-to-heel, or the L1 fake shot that you can do. It's a more advanced version of that. It's so easy to perform as well. Literally just a fake shot, guys, with someone that's got Trickster. It gives you more momentum. It allows you to kind of turn on a sixpence. It's kind of like, as well, I would say, like a more advanced, not going behind Cruyff turn, if that makes any sense. It's really, really valuable, and it's actually a great way to score goals, and it's going to make Trickster players go through the roof this year, guys. Of course, Trickster last year, by that glitch that we had, was quite bad, but this year they've actually made it really, really valuable in terms of a play style, and learning this can just give you a bit more to your game. It's not a hard skill to perform either. Just go and learn this, and it is just super simple, and you'll find out where to use it correctly. It's very, very good in the number 10 role, so the cam role, and you'll get a lot of use out of this, and it allows you to kind of drive forward and beat players really easily. Next one, guys, is going to be Trivellas. Now, Trivellas are back in FC25. I don't know why EA do this every single year, but Trivellas are back. Now, if you want to score more of these, you're going to need to learn to green time, so time finishing. You're going to need to be able to time finish them. And what Trivellas are really good for is if you can't really get a lot of space against an opponent and you just need to take a long shot, these kind of loop over the keeper. As I say, if you green time them, you've got a better chance of them going in. But they are really broken. They always are at the start of every FIFA game. I don't know why. All you need to do to perform one of these is hold L2 and shoot kind of at a, not a 90-degree angle, but a bit, arc your body around just like a little bit, and you'll be able to score a lot of these. They're very, very overpowered. Arguably better than Finesse Plus right now as well, guys. Go and learn Trivellas. Super simple. The gameplay will certainly help you. Next one up, guys, is power shots. It seems that EA have decided to make power shots a little bit better than they were last year. They were still really good last year, but this time around, they're very, very important for scoring goals, because after you do a sprint burst on this game, or a sprint boost, you really do lose your pace for a few seconds. This allows you to kind of take that shot earlier than you probably think you should, because they're so powerful, you've got more of a chance of scoring. These are semi or manual, I do believe, but they're really, really easy to perform. And once again, if you green time them, you're going to get a lot more power and accuracy on an already really, really powerful shot in the power shot. Silver works with this, and also Power Shot Plus is really, really broken. Now, guys, the next one is going to be second man press. Now, this one's super duper easy to perform. Of course, it's done without the ball, so you need to be out of possession to be able to do this. And you just hold R1 or right bumper, and it will give you a bit of pressure on the ball carrier, your opponent's ball carrier. And then you can kind of cover other angles. If there's AI players making runs off the ball, you can cover them with your defenders. You can use it in the midfield as well. It's really, really good at just putting some pressure on your opponent and making them make a quick decision, essentially. This works really well with Relentless and Relentless Plus as well. With Relentless Plus, I believe you get double the time on the second man press. I think it's like 6, 7, 8 seconds on a player that doesn't have Relentless. You get to second man press before it runs out for like 10 seconds. And on Relentless Plus, I believe it's 16 seconds. So you get double the time with that. So players like Bellingham, I don't know what other players actually have Relentless Plus on this game, actually. But you get the gist of it. You know, Relentless Silver also works really well. I believe it's 12 seconds with Relentless Silver. But it's really, really worth learning second man press. It's not hard to learn. You just got to be careful on where you do position the players. And you need to be more defensively class when you are second man pressing, because there will be gaps, but also you do want to kind of always put pressure on the opponent where you can. Next one for us, guys, is going to be player roles. Now, I don't understand this one absolutely 100%. I haven't got full clarity on this yet, but this is essentially replacing instructions from FC25 and prior. And what these are going to do, ultimately, is make your AI better on whoever has got a plus or plus plus. You don't really want cards that don't have at least one player role plus. As you can see, I don't have that with Llorente. I don't think he has one. No, he doesn't. Virgil van Dijk I've got on defender, but he should really be on ball playing defender, because he's got that as a plus plus. Same with Rudiger. He is on the defender plus plus, and Alaba is false back plus plus. So just to explain a few of these, false back plus plus essentially works like how Pep Guardiola's fullback work, and in possession, they're going to move in to midfield and make up another midfielder. Of course, there's drawbacks to this as well. They can sometimes be out of position, you know, when you do get a quick turnover and your left side is essentially completely exposed. But they do all have their pros and also do have their cons. Virgil is a very good one for ball playing defender because he's got good passing. You've also got half winger on your midfielders here. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. You want deep line playmaker. Box to box is really good as well. I believe there's only 5 players on the game that have box to box plus as well. These are all very, very important to learn, guys. I might make a video kind of explaining every single one of these at some point, but I do know that the best striker one is Poacher plus, and we have got that on Haaland. It kind of allows them to constantly be on the shoulder, looking to make that running behind. And essentially, guys, all this is EA's AI and how they've improved it. And of course, you want plus where you can have it, guys. It makes a massive difference to the AI. And essentially, when they've got plus, they're considered world class. When they're just plus, they're considered a good player. And then when they don't have anything, they're just considered a pretty bad player. So I understand. So learn these, guys. It's going to be really, really valuable down the line for you. And then the final tip I have got for you guys, and this one is just actually a kind of bit of life advice as well. Take your time. This game is difficult this year, and it's really difficult to play out from the back. It's a lot slower, and you really, really do need to take your time. So not only play out from the back and pass out, play possession-based football, you just need to take your time and not get stressed at the game when you do lose. Because, my God, guys, this is the most different FIFA game I have played in years. There's so much to learn. All of the player roles, all of the new custom tactics, and the way the game is played, a lot slower, a lot more methodical, a lot more realistic is what I would say. Play football like you want to play football is what I would say on FC25. It's not super fast, it's not super slow, it's somewhere in the middle ground there, and it does take time to learn, ultimately. That's where I'm gonna leave this video, guys. This game is difficult, and it is hard to learn, but hopefully these gameplay tips will help you. We haven't got long until FUT Champs opens, and we need to be ready for that. So, guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you found it helpful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell for the video. But, guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.